Good morning and welcome to your practice here. So I'll just read this quote I've used many times before. James Nestor, the journalist who did a study on all the breathing practices and all the teachers who were out there, this comes from his book, Breath. The greatest indicator of lifespan wasn't genetics, diet, or the amount of daily exercise as many had suspected. It was lung capacity. Larger lungs equaled longer lives because big lungs allow us to get more air in with fewer breaths. So I think most of you have been here many times before. Maybe there's some new folks. Welcome. We often start this class, this Sunday morning class, with the posture of life. If I can find it here. Here we are. So you want to lie down. And the first thing you're looking for is an arch in the low back. So your pelvis is in contact with the floor, and you have either a bolster or a rolled up blanket or a rolled up sticky mat behind your spine. Here's a picture of Tanya with a rolled up towel behind her spine. And then you let the rib cage and the shoulders fall back. So today we're going to take a little extra emphasis on the rib cage today. Free up the ribs, free up the shoulders. You turn the palms up, and many people put a blanket or a pillow behind the neck or behind the head. If the head and neck don't feel like they're well aligned. There's three positions we use for the legs. The bound position is when the soles of the feet are together like prayer pose, and the knees flop out to the side. There's a strong suggestion that you support the knees with blocks, with eggs, with blankets. It's called the posture of life because it helps restore our life by opening up our ability to breathe passively. If this leg position doesn't work for you, there's two others. One is the tent pose where the knees touch and the feet are wide out to the side, so they lean in like a tent. And for some people, they'll find that that's the best for their sacrum. And a third position that everyone should try at some point is just stretch the legs out. And that has a very different effect, doesn't it? unhinge your jaw and move your jaw around. Move it side to side. Stretch out your face and relax your throat. And now let's consciously project the breath down into the belly. So you might even put a hand on your belly, underneath your belly button.
Let's try to do it down here. Sorry, didn't make it.
Breathe down into your hand. Let your belly bulge. Another breath, projecting the breath down into the abdomen. And so most people learn this breath first, belly bulging breath. It's very calming, grounding, feels good. And if the rib cage is really tight and constricted, it's what a person has to do. Most people's rib cages are wound up tight. There's no freedom to breathe into the rib cage. So as you know, we like to free up the body's ability to breathe here in all directions. Now purposely breathe sideways into your rib cage. Let the ribs flare out to the side. So I'm going to circle back to Swami Kripalu here in his often quoted piece on pranayama. When the soul departs from the body, breath also departs. Soul and breath have a very deep friendship. Among the techniques of yoga, pranayama, breathing practices, is the main one. Without the practice of the breath, the development of spirit is impossible. Pranayama is the soul of yoga. It is yoga itself. Whoever has relied on breath has obtained the key to yoga. and has taken a good path. If one wants to become intelligent, one should practice the breath. There are many kinds of pranayama, but they are not equal. The one that is most important to all, alternate nostril breath. It purifies the meridians and it clears the subtle body. And it opens up the next stages of yoga. My mentor who inspired me back in the ashram, he said that the pranayama is the key piece. You have to refine the breath, and the next stages of yoga happen naturally. Put your attention on the breath, and all else follows. So feel your body laying here, relaxed, open. And bring this clarity and this inner awareness into the rest of our practice. Slowly bring your knees together. Rock your knees side to side. And roll over. And then come on up to standing. Good morning. Good morning. Shake out your hands. Clap your hands. Clap the backs of the hands. It's a good way to wake the hands up. Open your hands. Open your toes wide. It activates the whole body. And then squeeze up fists. Squeeze and curl your toes up. And then open your hands, open your toes, open your feet. And squeeze your hands and squeeze your feet. And open the hands and close the hands. Good. Let's do a few dumping breaths here. So feet about hip width apart with the knees soft. Inhale, sweep the hands up. And let it go with a inhale, sweep the hands up. And let it go. Find a motion. Inhale through the nose, dump through the mouth. Find a motion that's easy for your body. Do about 10 more or something like that. This last one, come and hang over your legs. So some of you might have your hands at your knees, scoop up your belly. Others of you might slide your hands down your shins. Some of you might put your hands on a block or on the floor. Widen the sitting bones. Turn the toes in, soft knees, and slowly see if you can let go in stages. Let's try a hum here. Might loosen things up. Take in a breath and hum into the back of your body. grounding your feet, slowly slide your hands up to your knees. Straighten your arms. Straight arms, hands on knees. Cat and cow. Exhale, pull in the belly and round your spine. Open up the back of the body. Widen the kidneys. Bring the chin to the chest. Inhale. Tip the pelvis forward. Lift the chin. Draw the shoulder blades back. And then exhale. Curl and round on up. Now follow a rhythm of your own. After the inhale, pause. After the exhale, pause. Off you go. Mobilize the vertebrae. Get them juicy. And now take your rib cage around in a circle. So swoop it down and then over to the left and round the spine and then over to the right. And swoop the chest down. Get a large rolling circle with your rib cage. And circle the rib cage in the other way, the other direction. And then press into your feet. Come rolling all the way up to center. This is active inhale and active exhale. With your feet grounded, inhale, lift up the rib cage. Inhale some more. Lift up and out of the waist. Lift the kidneys up. When you're full of breath here, roll your shoulders. Squirrely rib cage here rolls around. And now blow the breath out. Squeeze out all the breath and lift up your low abdomen. Draw the abdominal contents back up and in. When the time is right, you come back into the inhale all the way up to standing. A second round, active inhale and active exhale. So you inhale a little, and now full of breath. Pause here, chin down, and then roll the breath around inside the ribs, larger lungs. Let your body get used to containing lots of breath. Give the fascia time to release before blowing it all away. Squeeze out every bit of breath and draw the belly back up and in. The time comes when you inhale back to the middle. A third one, inhale slowly. Inhale, inhale. Pause here. Let the blood, let the lymph catch up. Get the breath into the back of the rib cage. And then when it's time, blow it away. Squeeze out the breath and pause again. This simple practice. When done every day, is truly profound. Alternate nostril Kapalabhati. Let's begin here. Pull the belly in, exhale. Pull the belly in, exhale. 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 Good. Now slowly inhale. Inhale. Inhale even more. Drop your chin 1 millimeter. Shoulders relaxed. Open the rib cage in 3 dimensions. When you start to sync with it, blow it away. And you hollow out the belly, and you pause again, and the mind becomes still. You come rolling back up to center. Truly, it's parts of the mind become still. We see the moving parts of the mind, the different personalities and voices talking in those pauses at the end of the exhale. Let's do another round of clear your mind, alternate nostril Kapalabhati. I think most of you know it. Some of you might be new to this. So if you're new to this, follow along. Those of you who know it, just go right to it. My left hand is going to be alternating the nostrils. I pull in the belly and I exhale either side. Pull in the belly, exhale. Pull in the belly, exhale. Only exhale. And then you relax. The relaxing allows for a passive inhale. Keep your mouth closed. Good. With an inhale and an inhale and even more breath, you pause here and still the breath and the mind and the body. When you start to sink, blow it away. Squeeze out the breath and draw the belly back up and in. Always your intuition, listening to the body, brings you back to the moving middle. Finding left-right breathing with your right hand here. So I'm going to put 2 fingers on my forehead and using thumb and 4th finger of the right hand. Begin the initiation of exhale and inhale. You switch sinuses before the exhale. And off you go. Now let's do the flushing breath here. So with your next inhale, you lift the chin up, switch sinuses, and then exhale, bow the head forward, close the throat. Inhale, lift the chin up, switch sinuses, and if you like, squeeze the throat. Inhale, lift up the chin, stretch the front of the body. And then exhale, bow the head forward. Now go at a pace that suits you. See if you can enter the stream of continuous awareness. Now this next one, lift the chin up, press into your toes, Kapalabhati. And then release the hand, bring the head back to level. With your eyes closed, feel what's going on inside. How has the tone of the body shifted? I'm going to do the QL pose, the quadratus lumborum pose, a favorite. So put your right hand on a wall and be 1 arm's length away from the wall. Take your right foot and wrap it behind your left ankle and ground both feet. Engage underneath the glutes and move your pelvis so that it's over the feet, not backed up. So you squeeze under the buttocks to bring the pelvis over the feet. Take your left hand up and over and have it touch the wall. So I'm going to bend my right elbow a little bit. Press into the fingers of the left hand and ground all of the edges of both feet. Now bring your right hand in for left-right breathing. Press down into the heels. Now as you're inhaling through your left sinus, feel the left side of your rib cage. When you're inhaling through your right sinus, feel the right side of the rib cage. When you inhale through your left sinus, feel the left side of the rib cage. Open in 3 dimensions. When you inhale through the right sinus, open the right side of the rib cage in 3 dimensions. Let's hum here, taking a breath. Come on out of the quadratus lumborum pose and undo your legs and take a moment to pause, observing the left side of the body, observing the right side of the body. Put your left hand on a wall or on a door or a something. Take your left foot and wrap it behind your right ankle. Get the grounding through both feet so you're not rolling onto the outer edge of your left foot. Press down on the mound of your left big toe especially. Take your right hand up and over and reach towards the wall, or put your fingertips on the wall. You might adjust your distance from the wall. And then the left hand comes in to interiorize awareness, to shift the stimulation of one hemisphere of the brain, and then the other. So the air goes through the left sinus, and the air speeds up and the pressure increases, providing greater stimulation to one side of the brain. And then the other. The key teaching of the yogis was that you need to do this enough. So here we opened up the parameters of the practice to include all postures. Couple more breaths here. When you're inhaling through your right sinus, feel your right foot. When you're inhaling through your left sinus, feel your left foot. Right sinus, right foot. Left sinus, left foot. And now come on out of the quadratus lumborum pose. Lower your right hand. Come back to Tadasana, standing posture. And savor the effects inside. So today let's do the sciatica pose here. Always a favorite. Now take your right foot and wrap it behind your left foot. Bend both knees. Turn the toes in and the heels go out. Bend your knees. And this might be all you do. Just put your hands on your knees. The heels are out. The toes are pointing in towards each other. They might even touch. And this is where you stay for a moment. Now in your right underneath your right gluteus maximus, you might feel a strong tug. Say hello to your piriformis muscle, one that is often indicated for sciatica issues. And usually we get sciatica from sitting too much. See if you can start to descend over your thighs here, using the support of your hands. And now let's pick up left-right breathing with the left hand. As you inhale through your right sinus, feel underneath your right gluteus muscle. As you inhale through your left sinus, feel underneath your left gluteus. See if you can go a few more breaths here. Can you relax even more? Let's hum to finish this pose, taking a breath. Grounding the feet slowly. Come on up. Undo your feet. Come to Tadasana for a moment. Notice the relief you feel with all the pressures let go. And here's the sciatica pose on the other side. So take your left foot and wrap it behind your right. Turn the toes in and the heels out, bend your knees. So this is going to highlight your left piriformis. And slide your hands to your knees. Maybe you go a little farther. And one thing almost everyone notices is that the two sides are very different. Very different. We're not symmetrical people. Find your way into this shape, then pick up left-right breathing. I'm going to use my right hand here. And so sometimes we meditate on the area with the greatest sensation, like the piriformis muscle. In other times, we meditate on secondary and tertiary areas. As you inhale through your left sinus, feel the sensations in your left hand. When you inhale through your right sinus, feel the sensations in your right hand. Left hand and right hand. So if you can focus away from the strongest sensation in the body, your attention will grow stronger. Let's hum, taking a breath. Press into your feet. Use your hand for support as you come on up to the mountain. Release both hands for a moment and just stand with your eyes closed. And feel the releases happening everywhere inside. Let's take this into a warrior pose. The right foot forward, step your left foot back. And so we're here for 12 breaths, something like that. So you might do a really deep stance, you might do a shallow stance, bend the right knee, and do the other 10,000 alignments. Anchor into the back heel. Squeeze the left glute like a string is picking up the back leg. Come on down into your front thigh. Let's sweep the arms here. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, sweep them down. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, sweep them down. Inhale, bring the hands up. The right hand comes in for left-right breathing. Tailbone down, low belly in. Channeling the breath through one sinus, then the other sinus. Lift up the heart. Take in one more breath here. And this time, slightly different thing. Bring your left hand down to the floor, to the block. Pick up your back heel and continue left-right breathing with your right hand on your right knee. So you're in a runner's stretch here. Press through the inner left heel. Lift up a string from the back of the thigh so the back leg lifts up and the pelvis gets heavy and sinks towards the floor. As you inhale through your right sinus, feel your right foot on the right side of your body. As you inhale through your left sinus, feel the left side of your body. Let's hum here, taking a breath. And now slowly spin and drop the back heel. Come on up to standing. Turn to a wide straddle here. Turn the toes out. And let's just pump the breath here a little bit. So the toes are turned out. Sweep the hands all the way up overhead. And then bend the knees and sweep the hands down. Inhale. It's like a rinse cycle. And then exhale, sweep the hands down. Inhale, sweep them up. And exhale, sweep them down. And sweep them up. Here's 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Put your hands on your hips. Warrior to the left side. So I'm swiveling on my mat. I'm adjusting the feet the way I like them. Lift up your toes. Bend the left knee. And find just the right spot for it. Squeezing the right gluteus maximus is helpful. Contract the musculature of the right leg. Let's sweep the hands here. Inhale, sweep them up. And sweep them down. Inhale up. Inhale down. Inhale up. Inhale down. Sweep the hands up into the Virabhadra, the warrior. The left hand comes in for left-right breathing here. Tailbone down, low belly in. When you inhale through your right sinus, feel the entire right side of the body. When you inhale through your left sinus, feel the entire left side of the body. right side of the body, left side of the body. Let's give it a hum, taking a breath. Bring the right hand down to the floor or put it on a block. Pop the right heel up and let the hips come down into a runner's stretch. The left elbow is on the left knee, continuing left-right breath. Straighten out your right leg. Curl the toes under so you get kind of a little zing. You might wiggle your toes back. Press through the inner right heel. Let your pelvis get heavy. Left-right breathing in the runner's stretch here. So as you inhale through your left sinus, feel the left side of the body. As you inhale through the right sinus, feel the right side of the body. Left side. Right side. Let's give it a hum, taking a breath. Come on out of the runner's stretch. Turn to the right. We're heading towards the straddle down dog. So my legs are in a straddle. I turn the toes in. I'm going to put my hands on these nifty eggs. Walk the hands out away from you. Pull the tops of the thigh bones back. Lift up your toes to score extra points. Some of you work with very straight legs, lifting quadriceps, lifting kneecaps. Some of you might do a micro bend. Now, once your body has found the straddle dog, bring your right hand up for left-right breathing. Now, when you inhale through your right sinus, feel your right foot. When you inhale through your left sinus, feel just the left foot, the sensations of the left foot. Feel the sensations in your right foot. Observe the sensations in your left foot. Now let's switch hands. With your right hand, reach for the floor, or maybe you have a block if you prefer. And the left hand comes in for left-right breathing. Pull the tops of the thigh bones back. Now it's not the same, is it, when you switch hands? There's a different emphasis. There's a different weighting to the practice. This time, when you inhale through your right sinus, feel the right side of the heart, the rib cage. When you're inhaling through your left sinus, feel the left side of the heart, the left side of the rib cage. Right sinus, right side of the rib cage. Left sinus, left side of the rib cage. And then release both hands. Put your knees down on the floor, spin, and come and lie on your belly for a moment. Bring your hips down, chest down, and since time is short, why don't we just go right to Sphinx here. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Reach out through your toes. Press the centers of the feet down. Press the toes down. Press the pubic bone down. Press the hip bones down. Drag your heart forward in the pose. Keep pressing pubic bone down. And now, if it's feasible for you, interlace both hands with the thumbs under the nose. Keep pressing the pubic bone down. And alternate which side of your brain gets stimulated. Let's go back to the rib cage here. When you're inhaling through the left sinus, open and expand the left side of the rib cage in 3 dimensions. When you're inhaling through your right sinus, open and expand the right side of the rib cage in 3 dimensions. Left side. Right side. Let's give this a hum. Taking a breath. We're heading to the child pose here. Bring your hands down, lift up your hips. Now use a blanket or blocks or whatever you like to make your child a reasonably healthy and happy pose for you. So for the moment, after a deep back bend, I like to put 2 fists under my forehead. Breathe into the back of the body. And then when my spine releases, I go down to 1 fist. And then little by little, the back of the body opens. So walk your knees a little closer together and breathe backwards into the spine. From here, flip over onto your back. Flip over onto your back and take hold of your knees. Put a hand on either kneecap and swirl your knees around. Roll them left and right and work out any kinks from the Sphinx pose. We're heading to happy baby here. So with your hands, take hold behind the knees, or take hold of the shins, or take hold of the heels. lying on the back. And draw the knees alongside the body. And now into the knee down twist. So stretch your left leg back out onto the floor. Hold your right knee. Hug it in close. And whenever you're ready, roll the right knee over the body. Put a block underneath your right knee is recommended, or a blanket. Don't have the knee floating in the air. Spin the right shoulder blade back to the right. So you come into this well-known reclining twist. Now, while you're in the knee down twist, have your right hand come in and do left-right breathing, if you like. Everything is always your choice. But see if you can pick it up, because some interesting things can happen here. So when you're inhaling through your left sinus, feel the left side of your rib cage. And when you're inhaling through your right sinus, feel the right side of your rib cage. Left side of the rib cage opens in all directions. The right side of the rib cage opens in all directions. Let's hum, taking a breath. Slowly unwind from legs on the wall. Legs, knee down twist, sorry. And then stretch your right leg out. And bend your left knee. Take both hands, squeeze it in towards the armpit. And whenever you're ready, knee down twist. Roll the left knee over the body towards the floor on the right. Move your hips a little left, adjust them. Sometimes it feels good to stretch both arms out in a T position. Kind of uncrinkle whatever is bound up or stuck. And then once you have your knee down twist, let your left hand come in and do left-right breath. And so all of this left-right breath is a cumulative thing. So the question often comes up, do I have to do all 24 minutes at once, or can I do 8 groupings of 3, 2 groupings of 16, 12? It's all cumulative. Of course, if you put it all together, it's more concentrated. But this signaling to our nervous system grows as we practice. So as you inhale through your left sinus, feel the left side of your rib cage. So interesting, the shape. How it opens up with breath. When you inhale through your right sinus, feel the right side of the rib cage. Notice how it opens up. So interesting when it's twisted. And let's give this a hum here. Taking a breath. And now bring the knees back to center. Take both arms and wrap them around your knees. Give yourself a big squeeze. Pick the head up for a moment. Pull in your belly and hug yourself here very tightly for 5 and squeeze, and 4 and squeeze, and 3 and 2. And now legs on the wall or legs in the air pose. Spin around, legs on the wall. Or if you prefer, slide a block under your pelvis. And let everything go. I'm going to close with some poetry that you know, but you may not recognize it at first. It goes like this. Love is but a song that we sing, and fear is the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, or make the angels cry. And we shall surely pass. We are but a moment's sunlight, fading in the grass. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. I'm going to leave you in legs on the wall pose here. Thank you all for coming, sharing your morning. And thank you all for the donors who help keep this going. I'm going to India soon, so your donations are especially appreciated right now. And we will be back at 6 a.m. My purpose in life is to help you get to 24 minutes minimum of left-right breathing every day, easily. Dozens of people developing very advanced pranayama practices with the simplicity of this program. Thanks for coming. I will see you tomorrow at 6 a.m.